Hello and welcome to my show, BottomLine. Today we are going to discuss a very important issue. Foreign Ministry spokesman has given a statement that passport we have in our pockets or carry with us when we travel abroad is not a proof of any citizenship. It's only a travel document. All of us have been thinking that it was a passport which defines our citizenship. But MEA feels otherwise. So question arises, are you or me an Indian citizen? 78 years after independence, after every flag hosting speech, after billions spent on digital identities that was supposed to finally make us feel seen, we are still standing here clutching documents that the very state which gave them to us now treats like scraps of paper in the rain. A year back, the Bombay High Court delivered a thunderclap. It said Aadhaar, PAN and Voter ID do not by themselves prove you are an Indian citizen. Those cards, the courts made clear, are only for identification and services only. The Supreme Court backed the same view on Aadhaar, and the question that cut through everything was brutally simple. If these tokens of belonging collapse so easily, then what remains of India we thought we belonged to? That wound is still raw. And this week, the Ministry of External Affairs poured salt into it. On Passport Seva Divas, the MEA announced that your Indian passport is nothing more than a travel document. There was no need to say it. But he chose to say it. Why did he? We don't know. He said it does not prove our citizenship. The same ministry that issued this blue booklet or a brown one to themselves, the one document that most Indians consider the strongest proof of being an Indian, has now publicly declared that it means nothing when it comes to who you actually are. Think about that up for a moment. The Passport Act was written to give passport to citizens of India only. It is in the Act. Its very first words speak of regulating the departure of citizens of India. Preamble says it will be given to only citizens of India. The ministry responsible for this law has chosen to detach the passport from citizenship itself. This is not a clarification. This is the next chapter in the same story of torment that began a year ago. Now, we are being told even the passport is not enough. So what exactly is enough to call ourselves an Indian? That is not being answered at all. And why is the Indian state making its own citizens ask this question again and again, even after 78 years of independence? The contradictions are staring us in the face. When the MEA appoints the Indian ambassador high commissioner to foreign countries, it gives them what? A diplomatic passport? Those passports are accepted by every foreign government as for proof that these people are our Indian citizens. No extra certificate is demanded from them. Yet the same ministry tells every ordinary citizen that their regular passport proves nothing. You are not an Indian. When politicians file nomination paper to become MPs or MLAs, they declare they are Indian citizens by getting a certificate from the ministry. The main document they rely on is often their own voter ID. No separate citizenship proof is asked for. But when the same voter ID is presented by an ordinary citizen, it suddenly becomes insufficient. How does it make any sense? And of course, opposition leaders have not held back. Rahul Gandhi called the MEA statement an attempt to create an atmosphere of suspicion so that the government can justify its ongoing voter list purchase. Supriya Shrit claimed that the Home Ministry OCI portal accepts the passport alone as, quote, evidence of being a citizen of India. The same portal says, quote, Indian passport is given only to an Indian. MEA's own passport application makes you swear under oath that you are a citizen of India before issuing the passport. Lying on it is a criminal offense. MEA can take the passport back. MEA's own passport manual calls the passport evidence of the citizenship status of an individual. And the citizenship rules 2009 call a passport, quote, conclusive proof of citizen, unquote. After Rahul Gandhi, Mamata Banerjee went further. She said this is a dangerous game that questions the identity of people who have lived in this country for generations. Leaders from the India bloc have warned that this is being done deliberately at a time when special intensive revision of electoral roll is happening in many states like Bihar and West Bengal. On the other side, the government and the BJP leaders are defending it very strongly. They say this is not a new position. It is simply restating what courts have already said for years. External Affairs Ministry sources have insisted that passports have never been treated as conclusive proof of citizenship. BJP spokesperson dismissed the outrage as opposition mischief meant to distract from the cleaning up of the illegal entries in voter list. Some senior BJP voices, however, have been privately admitting that the MEA's way of putting it has created unnecessary trouble at home. But none of this changes that ordinary Indians are feeling. Only about 2.5% of Indian citizens even have passport. The government has spent more than 12,000 crore rupees building Aadhaar, which proved to be bogus, which meant looting the public welfare schemes. It made it mandatory for almost everything. Yet when the question of citizenship comes, Aadhaar suddenly becomes irrelevant, redundant. It added only infiltrate to the list. The Election Commission now wants birth certificates, matriculation certificates, and domicile certificates, documents that millions of Indians simply do not have. I was born in West Pakistan, undivided India. I don't have a birth certificate. The Registrar of Citizens, the one paper document prepared after real due diligence, has not been updated since 2011. In its place, we have this growing mountain of plastic cards whose value can be switched off whenever the state decides. This is not just legal technicality. This is what I call emotional violence of Indian citizenship. Families whose parents and grandparents chose India after partition are once again being made to feel like outsiders. Young people applying for jobs or education abroad are now wondering whether their own government has weakened the document they carry with them. Senior citizens who have voted in every election since they turned 18 are being told their voter ID may no longer be enough. They will have to go test again. And the timing cannot be ignored. This clarification comes exactly when voter list revisions are underway in many states. The Home Ministry, which actually handles citizenship, has stayed away from this controversy so far. The MEA has spoken out of turn. Many believe this is not just accidental. Let me ask you directly. If you are born in this country, if your parents are born here, if you have paid taxes, voted, served in uniform, or simply lived your entire life as an Indian, why should you have to prove it again and again? Why should India keep moving the goalpost? A year ago, the courts told us our documents were not enough. This week, the MEA told us even the passport is not enough. The torment continues. Identity has become interrogation. Belonging has become suspicion. India needs to end this once for all. We need one single sovereign citizen card. One clear document that proves citizenship, voter eligibility, and identity together. India has geographical identity, but Indians lack their own identity as Indians. Other countries did this a decade ago. We are still playing the dangerous game with multiple half documents that the state itself cannot dismiss all. Until that happens, crores of Indians will keep asking the same painful question. Am I an Indian citizen? I carry an Aadhaar with my biometrics. I carry a voter ID that has let me vote for years. I carry a PAN card tied to every tax I have paid. And now I carry a passport that my own government says doesn't prove I am an Indian. If none of these are enough, then what is? This is not my question alone. This is a question haunting millions of Indians today. The state that gave us these documents must now decide whether it is willing to stand by them. Because right now, it feels like India is making its own citizens doubt whether they are truly belong to. So I leave it to you with the same question that refuses to go away. Am I an Indian? Are you an Indian? Think about it. And this is a question has ever crossed your mind? Drop your thoughts and views, comments below on my bottom line. Like the video, share it, write your comment, good, bad or ugly, bitter. I'll read them and will never mind. Thank you very much for watching BottomLine.